Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Dallas Cowboys sent CeeDee Lamb new offer amid holdout on Friday. Stephen Jones added on Saturday that the team made an offer to Dak Prescott's representation a few days ago. Time will tell whether that is the right one as well. The Dallas Cowboys are about to begin their third practice out in Oxnard, California, and so far there is zero sign of wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. Lamb, as you likely know, is currently holding out in hopes of a contract extension that he finds to be acceptable. He is currently set to enter the final year of his rookie contract, his fifth-year option season, and is coming off of career highs in every important metric. While training camp is off and running, that has not slowed the Cowboys from trying to solve this situation. According to NFL Network's Jane Slater, EVP Stephen Jones said the team sent him a new offer on Friday. Slater does not note the terms of specifics of the deal, but things like this usually involve a back and forth, and this is obviously not the first offer that Dallas has sent. Perhaps this will be the one. Stephen sat down with the mothership's Nick Eatman while in Oxnard. This was separate from the team's opening press conference, and was asked about the Lamb situation specifically. It is one of the major storylines surrounding the team right now. Here is what he had to say. He mentioned Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons as well. You know, we've had discussions all off-season with both CeeDee and Dak and his representatives. These just aren't easy deals. You've got a quarterback who was second in MVP in voting. Obviously he's going to be very well paid, as he should be, as one of the top quarterbacks in this league. We're trying to work that around two players that could be. They'll argue that they're the best non-quarterbacks in this league. We're blessed in that we have these three players, but it's also a challenge from a salary cap standpoint, and we have to continue to massage and have conversations with the players, with the agents, in terms of how we ultimately can get a contract in place that'll work well not only for this year but for the future. Because these guys are still in their prime, they're young guys. They have a lot of football left in them. We'll continue to work on that. I would characterize all of the negotiations as very amicable and making progress. This is going to remain a storyline for the Cowboys until things are taken care of, and at least they are taking active measures towards that being the case. For now, we know that CeeDee Lamb received an offer from the team on Friday. The price for Cowboys QB Dak Prescott just got higher. With a pair of quarterbacks signing new deals, all eyes turn to Dak Prescott. The Cowboys QB will be a free agent in 2025, but how much is he really worth? On Friday, Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa signed a 4-year, $212 million contract to stay in Miami. At the time, his $53.1 average annual salary ranked third behind Cincinnati's Joe Burrow and Jacksonville's Trevor Lawrence, $55 million. Hours later, Packers quarterback Jordan Love signed a 4-year deal of his own with a record $75 million signing bonus and the same annual salary as Burrow and Lawrence. So what would a new contract for Prescott look like? The Cowboys QB is entering the final year of a $160 million deal that pays him an average annual salary of $40 million, tied for 14th most among quarterbacks with the Rams' Matthew Stafford and the Giants' Daniel Jones. Prescott led the league with 36 touchdowns in 2023, and at least one NFL reporter thinks he'll reset the market in 2025. During an appearance on ESPN's Unsportsmanlike program, ESPN insider Adam Schefter floated a number that had to make Cowboys owner Jerry Jones cringe. Dak Prescott is gonna get a deal north of $60 million a year, Schefter said. It might be more, way more. Dak Prescott is going to be the one to reset the QB market. Meanwhile, Jones seems to be preparing for life without his starting quarterback and possibly wide receiver CeeDee Lamb and linebacker Micah Parsons, two star players also looking for new deals. In my life, I've had a lot of things I wanted that I couldn't get because I couldn't afford it, Jones said, per NFL.com's Bobby Kaunak. And life does go on. And sometimes when you get a bump like that, you turn around and do better than you would have had you got what you wanted. For his part, Prescott has always said he'd like to stay in Dallas but suggested he would play elsewhere when speaking to reporters at training camp. "You know, I'm going to say it, I want to be here, but you know when you look up all the great quarterbacks I've watched, they've played for other teams," Prescott said. "So my point in saying that is that that's not something to fear. That may be a reality for me one day." With a full no-trade clause and the franchise tag unavailable to ownership, last year's third leading passer has plenty of leverage to get a new deal with Dallas. If not, Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio and Chris Sims believe the Jets, Giants and Raiders could all be potential suitors. Cowboys urged to sign cost-effective 34-year-old ex-Pro Bowl running back. The Dallas Cowboys are obviously lacking a clear-cut starter at running back entering training camp. They have a variety of options in veteran running backs Ezekiel Elliott and Royce Freeman, both off-season free agent signings, along with unproven young backs such as Deuce Vaughn, Malik Davis and Rico Dowdle. With the Cowboys lacking a true star at running back, Pro Football Network's Dallas Robinson is urging the team to sign former Buffalo Bills running back Latavius Murray. Murray was the oldest running back in the NFL last season at the age of 33. However, he performed decently well as the Bills' number 2 back, rushing for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns while starting 4 games. Adam Schultz of Cowboys Country refers to Murray as a cost-effective option for Dallas. However, he does bring up a valid argument in why Dallas would add another older running back when they already have Elliott. Now, Murray is 34 years old, so there is an argument to make about why Dallas would add a running back who is older than the entire group and hasn't hit high marks in terms of stats for years, writes Schultz. They already have that in Elliott. Well, Murray would be cost-effective, and last season for the Buffalo Bills totaled 300 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns from 79 carries.